All right, welcome back to Custom Time for another breakdown of a custom Seiko mod. This one I'm calling the Bullet. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's have a closer look at this watch. So this I'm calling the Seiko Bullet. Let me go back and tell you about the inspiration behind this. So back in the 1970s, Seiko had this pretty known aesthetic of these watches with just lots of stainless steel and with varying textures and juxtaposed against a blue dials. In fact, here, I'm wearing one right now. This is 74 Seiko 7005. You see that aesthetic of the stainless steel brushed on top, polished on the sides, and the blue dial. In fact, the very first watch that I ever saw in my life was my dad's 1973 Seiko Automatic, which had that exact same color combination, and has kind of inspired me pretty much ever since then. It's one of my favorite kind of aesthetics. So this mod is kind of an homage to that era of Seiko, and the reason I call it the Bullet is because just by looking at it, it has such a single-mindedness of purpose in my eyes, and just the machining look of the machining, just kind of that's what resonated with me. So that's what I'm calling it. All right. Anywho, let's kind of just give it go through the breakdown. This is an SKX007. I don't remember the year I actually got this watch used. And it has the original 7S26 movement. As you can see, the dial, this dial comes from the 55 fathoms, the stock 55 fathoms, the SNZH53. I mod quite a few of these for people, so I have a few of these dials left over, and I thought it would just be perfect in this mod. Now, obviously, the dial is meant for a 3 o'clock crown, so I had to take the dial feet off and use dial dots to attach the dial to the movement. One day I may start soldering dial feet on, but that's way down the line of skills that I'm trying to perfect at this point. The hands come from a gentleman eBay store called Barcelonavintagetime. They are very, very, they have a lot of great parts, and they're very pleasant to deal with. Alexander, I believe, is the guy's name who I've most talked to. I do not know where this chapter ring comes from. I think it is aftermarket, but or it's from a different watch in any case, but I don't know which one with the little red lines on there. Crystal is original. The bezel here comes from 1 Second Closer. That's a shop out of Poland. A guy named Christoph runs that, and he makes fantastic Seiko mod parts like these. These bezels. He also makes great bezels for the Doxa mods, and a whole bunch of other stuff. He does some stuff for Vostok as well, and makes really, really great hands. Really unique hands for Seiko. Last but not least, this bracelet actually also comes from the SNZH53, 55 fathoms, and you can see it fit quite nicely. I think I may have had to bend these end pieces just a tiny bit, but as you can see, it really does fit in really nice. So yeah, so there it is. I call it the Bullet. Tell me what y'all think. Cheers.